Good morning, everyone, and thank you again for coming to our Jewel from Our Jewels that we do every Thursday morning. And I just love these. These are like my favorite time of the week to get more rocks for our journey on from these amazing jewels. And today we have Ruthy Horner. She is, I always forget where you're from, Ruthy.
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
It snowed this morning.
What? No, this morning.
Right? Carla, you feel my pain.
Oh, yes. Carla has it too. But anyway, Ruthy and I have like a lot in common, and we play the piano, and we're hoping someday soon we can play a duet together. So maybe convention, we can bring a duet book or something, and we can find something.
Yeah.
We talk about it every time. And I don't even know when I met her, because I met her at the very beginning of my journey. And we've kind of like went up the same ranks together, and we're just kind of like loving this journey. And she is she's under Lori Welsh, has Kristen and Jarrett have Wendy Larson, right? And you have, there's one in between you. Rachel Anderson, and then Ruthy. Yes.
Yeah.
And that's such an amazing team right there. What a wonderful thing God's put together in that group. So anyway, I'm gonna let her go. I'm gonna stop talking, and let's let Ruthy go. Yes.
All right. Thank you, Cindy, for having me on today. I love doing these. These are like my favorite things to do, our Zoom trainings. So thank you so much for having me on. So I'll tell you a little bit of my journey, and then I'm going to go bing, bing, bing. I got lots of tips for you, and I'm going to talk fast. So here we go. I started in February of 2014. And I saw Wendy and Rachel, the two above me, posting on Facebook. We used to all work together at a little Christian school in Minnesota. And so I knew Wendy was uber crunchy, super natural, trying to get rid of symptoms of Lyme disease. Couldn't do it through her changing her diet, milking her own goats, all of that jazz. And so she went back to school to be a certified natural health professional. Found Plexus, and the ingredients totally lined up with what she was learning in school. So she found great results, and I was like not natural-minded in the least. Since she was, I was like, oh, well, I'm going to trust her. I can do this. So I joined on a Tuesday morning. That morning I went in the back office and looked at the comp plan, and I was like, Lord, is this what you have for us? Because I saw that the products were doing something. I saw the incredible comp plan, and we were in financial straits. And so I wasn't looking for this, but this is how God provided. And I started sharing that very day before I even got my welcome pack, because I knew I had something in my hand. And I feel like the heavens opened, and he just went, oh, Ruthy, this is for you. I know a lot of people feel that way, like we weren't looking for this, but here it is. And so it took me 21 months to go to Emerald, and now I've been Emerald, I don't know, maybe 18 months or something. Too long, but things are going to get rolling here very soon. We are done with those back office issues, right? We are onward and upward and forward, and here we go. So I want to talk to you today about how to rank up. So we have several different ranks probably on this call, and there are just some basic steps that you need to make sure you're implementing in order to rank to the next rank, okay? First one that we hear about a lot, but it's because it's so true, belief in yourself, in network marketing, and in Plexus, and in the products. 4 things you need to have belief in. If you are wavering in any of those, it is going to show in how you talk to people. It's going to show in your business. If you need to build your belief in network marketing, strongly suggest listening to the MLM Nation podcast. I don't know if you do that, but that is rock stars from all different network marketing companies telling us why this is the best business model. There is no ceiling. You can go as high as you want, as fast as you want, and it is up to you, because there's a world out there that needs what we have. So build your belief in those 4 things. Sometimes building it in us is the hardest. Sometimes building the belief in that we can do this, and that all I have to do is have a dream and a desire and a willingness to learn, and I can do this. Sometimes that's the hardest, but that's what it takes. Your confidence is going to make or break your business. End of story. That's the truth. So build your belief in yourself, get confidence, and you can do this. All right. Step 2. So 1 was belief. Step 2 is know your team equals grow your team. How do you know your team? We have implemented something recently. Well, let me back step a little bit and say, in February, we combined pages. So Wendy, Rachel, me, and then my senior Ruby, Monica, all combined pages. So we have one team page now. Lots of reasons for that. I hesitated because I'm a connector, and my team page was my baby. But I will say to you, if you find that on your team page you are not especially motivational, especially excited, especially positive, your team page may be having the opposite effect than what you hoped for. Because we want our new team members to see our culture. And if they don't see that on your team page, they're going to be disinterested. There's no reason. But anywho, where was I going with that? Oh, so when we combined that team page, so the 4 of us are together, we started group chats with our leaders. So anybody who's gold started a chat with their workers. They don't necessarily have to be gold or anything like that, but those wanting the business and showing it. Those who are making their feet match their mouth, they're doing the work, started chats with those people, and they connected them to their upline. You want your people connected to Cindy because she is a model of success in this business. And the more that they are connected to Cindy, the more that they feel like this is doable. So if you have group chats going with your little groups of leaders and Cindy, and you are keeping them going, that's a clue. You've got to be in there daily, keeping them going. And it doesn't all have to be about Plexus stuff. Ask them what they're doing this weekend. Keep it going and connect with them. I have learned recently how connections are the key to this business. And this is one way to know your team and grow your team, is build connections. Because when the going gets rough, when the back office has issues, when there are things that happen that they don't like, if they are not connected to people, they're going to run away. And they're going to say, well, that's enough of that. Had enough of that. I guess I'm not going to do this anymore. But if they are connected to their upline and they feel this, they're going to stay because you stay. That is so important. Connect to your team. Okay? All right. Let me see. Number 3, people work harder for praises than raises. I know that you've heard this before, but it's true. Find ways to recognize your team and recognize them publicly. Look for opportunities. Give shout outs on the team page. Give them a gift when they promote. Send them a private voice message. Those silvers that might be down 4, 5, 6 levels when you start rising through the ranks, send them a message, a voice message when they go silver. Do you know what that does for them? Oh my goodness, I just got a message from my upline and I'm just silver. That means the world because it's about connection, right? Okay, I know I'm talking fast. I'm sorry. Number 4, set goals and help them set theirs. So every month, what I think is an awesome thing to do is to approach your leaders and say, all right, I want you to set a reasonable goal and I want you to set a big, scary, audacious goal. Every month. If you reach the big, hairy, audacious goal, obviously you will have reached the one that you hope to reach anyway. Set goals. It might be a PV goal for them. It might be the number of times they share on Facebook. It could be having a sip and see. It could be adding 3 ambassadors. Whatever it is, talk through their goals with them so that you know how to help them. Because if you don't know what they want, how can you possibly help them? Right? Okay. So number 5, reach down deep. If you are at gold level, you should have connected or should be connecting with every person on your team. If you are above gold level, you should be at least finding everyone on Facebook, but making sure that you are connecting privately with your leaders and your levels like 1, 2, 3. So important. When someone starts, I learned this from Dave Walker, the business coach, you have to pretend that they are a newborn baby. And you know how the baby's brain grows from birth to 5 years? The growth is incredible. That's what needs to happen in a new ambassador in the first 90 days. That cannot happen unless we are intentional. So if you have a new ambassador coming in, maybe level 4, and maybe their level 3 doesn't really do much with the business, or level 2, maybe not, you take the initiative to reach down deep and reach out to them, train them, show them what we have, because the most important part of what we do is showing them the value in what we have, because that's going to create an excitement in them that helps them push forward. Okay. All right. Step 6, promote, promote, promote. If you have events going on in your area, tell them, invite people. The funny thing is about events is that a lot of people think, oh, I really don't have time to go to that. Let me tell you, that's the silliest thing you could think. It is pretty much already done for you. The event is happening. The testimonials are there. The belief is there. The product knowledge is there. Go. Invite people, especially if you happen to have opportunity meetings happening in your area. Because if you worked corporate America and the president of the company was coming to town and he wanted you to come to an event with him, do you think you would go? Yeah, pretty sure that's what's happening at these events. Our CEO, our president, is traveling for us. They don't need to do this. They do this for us. Get there. Leaders are born at events. If you are not going to convention, if you're not promoting to your team to go to convention, why in the world not? It is awesome for one, but 2, it is going to build your belief incredibly. And you might walk out of convention an entirely different person than you walked in. Okay? I'm telling you, promote, promote, promote these events going on. Tune into calls. Tune into this every week. The jewels from jewels, important. Okay? Step number 7, activity. Sometimes when we go up through the ranks in Plexus, we turn into managers and we forget that we need to be building. If we stop building, our organization will stop growing eventually, period. End of story. We have to be doing our IPAs. We cannot just look at our team and say, oh, they're going to get me to senior gold. They're going to get me to Ruby. You be the best ambassador on your team. You need to look back when you hit senior Ruby and when you hit Emerald and Sapphire and Diamond and say, I was a leader. I did it first. I did the hard things. And look back and know that you did the very best you could. You guys, we hold gold. This is a golden opportunity. Even if it took you 5 years to get to Emerald, what other business could you do that in? None. Really, none. I could not be where I am in any other network marketing business because I tried selling bags and scarves and candles and whatever else, jewelry. I didn't care about it. It meant nothing. Yeah, somebody bought a new purse. Yeah, that looks great on you. What's it going to do for your life? Nothing. We have life-changing products and a life-changing opportunity. And I know I am positive and I am passionate and I'm, you can tell, but it's because I know what we have, right? Do you know what we have? I hope so. And I hope you're sharing it with others. One last thing I want to leave you with. Someone in network marketing who had reached the top rank in their company, and I think it took 25 years, like they had been doing this for 25 years, they were surveyed and asked how they got there. What did it take for them to get there? Okay, so this is what they said. They were looking for like-minded people, first of all, people who they could see doing this, people who had good leadership skills, etc. So they showed the opportunity to 1,200 people. This person did. It was a man. He showed the opportunity to 1,200 people over the course of 25 years. Okay? 900, guess what they said? Nope. Thank you very much, but no, I'd rather not. We hear no in all sorts of different forms. Some's really critical. Some is a little nicer, but it's still no. That's okay. No never means no. But he got 900 no's. What if he would quit after the first no? Or the 10th no? Or the 100th no? Or the 500th no? Really? get no's. Have it in your mind that you're going to get no's, and it's okay. 300 signed up to do anything. So you could think of them as joining. 300 joined his team. Some happy wholesalers, whatever. 85 of them out of those 300 did anything at all. Like, tried to work the business, maybe got to silver. Some of them went through the ranks. 35 of those 300 were serious. And 11 of those made him a millionaire.
Wow.
11. He talked about the business to 1,200 people, and 11 of them made him a millionaire. What could you do with a jewel income? That's what I want to know. For your family and for ministries, opportunities, missionaries, giving to those who are in need. What could you do with a jewel income? And what is stopping you from doing it? What is stopping you from having the belief and the motivation to do this? Because it comes from right in here. It comes from inside. And nobody can give that to you. That's got to be on you. We have a world full of people who need this. If you think that your circle of influence is too small, then get out of your circle of influence and get to somewhere else. We have a world full of people who need these products, and it's up to you to get confident and to go for it, because anybody can do this. There's room at the top for every single one of you, and I want to see you there. All right. I hope that was helpful for you today.
Oh my gosh, I wrote tons of notes.
Oh, nice.
Writing really fast. I love that, Ruthy. That was so inspiring. And that's quick. And she has to go to something else, so it's not going to be as long today. Mm-hmm. But I think what she did in that amount of time is exactly what we needed today. It's just, these were exactly things that you hear over and over and over, and it's so good to hear it from somebody else, because it can click in your brain and you can just go, wow, that what Ruthy said today is almost like a new thing that you just heard, but you've heard it 100 times. Mm-hmm. So I love that, Ruthy, and thank you so much for doing that for us today.
You are welcome.
And I look forward to seeing you at convention.
Convention.
Are you going to Dallas? Are you going to Dallas?
I cannot. My daughter has a play that weekend. I can't go. But I'm going to be tuning in online.
Yes. I think all of us on this call are, because it's our lives are about ready to change, I hear.
Yes. So, awesome.
So why don't we all unmute and thank